Good morning. What's going on, anglers? We're here in the Anglers 48 show. I hope all is well. Guys, fishing right now on a Saturday morning. Calm winds, very foggy conditions, so it is going to be a hot one today. Normally about maybe 9:30, 10, we should start seeing the sun peek out. But time does get away, guys. It does get away. I've had a couple of hits on the lines, but nothing so far. And I've always said, I mean, it's fishing is like a football game, man. You have your first quarter, your second quarter, your third, and your fourth, right? So, I mean, I always feel that if the first quarter goes, second quarter goes, third quarter, it's not looking too good, right? It's not looking too good. Uh, it's gonna be a very short fishing trip. Possibly maybe one more fishing spot, right? One more fishing spot. I was hoping to get at least. The hope is always not to get skunked, right? That's always out there. But if I could get at least three, right, a good three catfish, four catfish, that would be sweet, right? That would be sweet. But again, this is the setup, guys, right here. I got the tripod right there, ready to record any takedown. Two fishing poles, three baits. We got frozen shrimp. We got cut hot dogs, and we have some sweet corn. And just in case, we do have some cut bait for the bigger fish. How is life on your neck of the woods, guys? Have you all been doing much fishing? What have you guys been catching? We would like to see those fish and hear those stories at Anglers 48 Fishing Addict on YouTube and Instagram, or at Roel Morales on Facebook. So share those stories with us, guys. It's been a good minute. I'm not as active as I once was. There's so much going on. I've been doing more Facebook and Instagram than YouTube. But again, nonetheless, it's very difficult to go live when you're constantly monitoring your fishing posts. But lots of shout outs to all my friends and family across the globe, right? You know, family and friends in America, right? From the East Coast to the West Coast, to Indonesia, right? And some of those places over there in China, right? Got some friends over there who are doing some masterful fishing in China. So, lots of blessings to you guys if you get to see this video. But kind of quiet so far. Um, a gentleman, right? A gentleman was walking by as I was fishing at my last spot down the road, and he said that in this area he was able to catch a massive catfish. A massive catfish. This catfish couldn't even fit into his 5-gallon bucket, right? And I'm talking massive to the area where we're at, right? Because I see these tanks, right? I see these tanks that we put on our shoulders, that people put on their shoulders. So I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the ones that are still here within the city. And check this out, guys. A lot of those fish that people are targeting. Check this out. The canal runs obviously right here where my poles are at, right? But then it goes underground, right? Goes underground, and it comes back out on that end over there. So this area right here, this stretch under the road, that's where the massive fish are. And they'll come up, take a breath right here, and then go back down, and take a breath and go back down. They do have dams, right? They have a dam, so to speak, right? A dam, and they'll open those dams every once in a while, like a floodgate, and they'll venture off to different parts of the town, different parts of the county, right? So eventually, guys, a lot of the canals within the city, right? If they haven't yet already, where you live, a lot of these canals are gonna end up underground. The question is there enough funding for that to happen? Because how much have you gained, right, in putting that water underground? If you're not gonna gain anything from it, then the investment will not be made. But if there's monies, right, in the city or monies in the county to put this water underground, there goes your quick access fishing, right? So much for those quick fishing trips, right? That we look for. And some canals in the city of Edinburgh have been put underground, right? A lot of canals where I was growing up, um, back in the day, are now underground. They're underground. And from what I've heard, stories that people have been telling is that a lot of these canals, hundreds of fish died off. Some of the guys that were working ended up taking a couple of those fish home, but they talk about dinosaurs. There were dinosaur fish underneath these roads right here. There's an infestation. I'm not saying in every town, right? But there's an infestation of fish under there. And they surface every once in a while during the nighttime. I doubt it during the daytime. And I'm guessing if you fish these spots, right? In Spanish, I don't know what you call them, right? In Spanish, we used to call it sifon, right? Kind of sounds like siphon, right? Sifon. And what is sifon? Sifon is the end of the canal, right when it goes underground and it comes out the other way, right? So it's the end of um, where the canal ends, and then it goes underneath, right? Um, that's what it is, and that's where I like to fish these bodies of water, in those areas where the big fish can smell the bait, right, and come in and get a hook set. Now, if you fish the middle of the canal, right, you may get a bite. I'm not saying you won't, but the chances, I believe, are greater when you fish those sifones, those edge where the canal ends and it goes underground, right? Like here, there's no bite. I've seen the line maybe twitch once, but it's not looking good. Again, are the catfish just not biting, or are they in a different area? All right. So we're gonna continue here, guys. Thanks for chiming in. Um, if you have a podcast and you wanna upload it, go to Facebook, type in Roel Morales or type in Anglers 48 Fishing Addict. Take that back. The Anglers 48 Show. And yeah, go ahead and drop it there, guys. Catch you on the next one. I gotta go, guys. Here in Hidalgo County. Thanks for watching.